Hey, hello, you listen to Six Music. Hope you're very well indeed. That was the Holloways. I like that song a lot.
Good.
Did you enjoy that? It's great.
Yes, I did.
How are you, John?
But don't feel, just be confident in your opinions. If you like it, that's fine. You don't need me to endorse it for you.
Well, no, but I like the idea that you like similar things that I like. What do you think of strawberries?
Like yellow T-shirts and flip-flops in a studio in a work environment.
What's wrong with that?
It's not very professional.
How weird is so? It's really sunny outside. If you haven't peeked outside, have a look. It looks wonderful. You're listening to me and John, right?
Yeah.
That's John. So this morning I get up and I think to myself, it's sunny, John. I'm going to pop on some shorts and some flip-flops straight in. And I thought you'd see me and go, oh, very nice. And you'd be in Bermudas or something like that and we'd have, a nice moment.
As per.
But straight away, as soon as I get in, he's like, what are you doing flips up, you crazy son of a gun? Like something horrific was going to happen. What could possibly happen in flip-flops?
You've already stubbed your toe going up the stairs, haven't you? They're not appropriate for a working scenario.
A working scenario.
Flip-flops are fine on the beach and by swimming pools and nowhere else. Not on public transport, not down the street. Oh, I hate seeing people walking around London in flip-flops and you just think of all the mank that's going between your toes. And then you're going to get into a pub and I bet you're one of those people who just slips your flip-flops off and rubs your manky feet all over the settee.
What do you mean one of those people?
Well, a member of society.
What are you talking about?
One of the people who isn't like me.
So
the enemy.
The enemy. So that's John talking about London. We'll get to know that. What happened? You went away this week. Was that fun?
Well, no, I didn't really enjoy it. I climbed Helvellyn on my own, which was quite invigorating.
What's that?
It's the second highest peak in the Lake District. And I climbed to the top of it, and I had the Lord of the Rings soundtrack on my iPod.
Did you?
Yeah, so it felt like I was going across Mordor.
That's fantastic.
And I got to the top, and there were two old women at the top. And that's not in Lord of the Rings.
Hang on, where's this story going?
There's never a bit where Frodo gets to the top and goes, morning, enjoying your sandwiches. Lovely.
And what did you do when you got to the top? Did you shout at the world?
I
have conquered you!
Well, I kind of. I got my mobile out and I did a 360 and filmed all around the Lake District shouting, this is all mine.
Oh my God!
But I'd had half a bottle of Shiraz by then.
Oh my Lord! Were you actually drinking up the way?
I took a bottle of Shiraz up with me screw top.
Well,
and some nice cheese and a cider chutney.
They don't say that in the Rambling Guide, do they?
They don't really. Wainwright's Walks doesn't tend to mention that.
Well, get smashed out your face, then get up the top.
Smashed out of my face, mate. Health and safety. I had flip-flops on. I didn't know I was going to get down.
Did you genuinely climb? How big is that? Is it a hill? Is it a hill or a mountain?
It's an ascent of approximately 900 metres.
And you climbed it whilst on the wine?
I did a little bit.
That's deeply trouble. And then you screamed out, all this is mine.
Yeah, I was joking. It was a little joke for myself, but it was so windy up there you couldn't hear.
What did the old ladies think of you shouting that?
Oh, they'd gone by then.
Right,
they can't handle the wind. Nearly knocked them off. They're only little. They don't weigh very much.
Oh, God, you're so troubled. And the gardens? Tell us about the garden.
I done some gardening this week, yesterday. Got out in my garden and finished off my stoned area at the back. I rebedded my borders and fed my lawn so I can mow it on Thursday, ready for my barbecue Saturday.
You are listed. What do you mean barbecue Saturday?
I'm on a barbecue Saturday.
Am I coming?
No.
We've had some texts in about somebody totally... Martin in Cloudy Newport says, John, what an impassioned speech about flip-flops. I have to say I agree totally. I especially hate flip-flops in the rain. Yeah, but no one wears...
Do you know what's worse about flip-flops?
Hang on a minute. No one wears flip-flops in the rain.
Yeah, they do. Students do. Summer's over and students walk around in shorts and flip-flops because they think it makes them look athletic. They go, oh, God,
they don't.
Literally just got out of the swimming pool and come down the bar to shoot some pool and drink some aftershock. Well, put some shoes on.
They do put shoes on, you angry man. When's the last time...
When I get impunity from the law, I'm just going to stamp on the feet of everyone in flip-flops, and then if they complain, just say, oh, health and safety.
Well, no, that doesn't work. How does it happen?
And people who wear toe rings. Toe rings, for crying out loud. Oh, yeah, my feet have got married. Have they? Of course they haven't.
No, what on earth are you talking about? My feet have got married?
You know toe rings?
Yeah, no one's ever said that. They like manky hippies.
That's the impression, isn't it?
Manky hippies isn't the impression at all. It's just people who want to...
Shoe people, fair enough.
No, but people who want to look a bit like behaviour hackers downstairs might pop on. That's a whole different...
That's a different ring.
Yeah. But you can put a ring on your big toe.
No, you can't.
Yes, no, listen. Hypothetically, you can. But that doesn't mean that you're then in love with someone else's foot. That
yeah, but that's the implication.
No, it isn't in any way. What on earth are you talking about? So if you go, Aya, married Aya, what are you talking about?
Yeah. That's where the phrase footloose and fancy free comes from.
You just thought of that.
Yeah.
And it's a very clever pun. But if you do you genuinely believe? No.
No.
Yeah, well, no, why?
But what's the point in a toe ring other than that? Apart from saying, "Oh, I'm wacky, me. I know people wear rings on their fingers. Not me. I've got one on my toes. You'll never believe it."
No, but you know, someone might glance down and go, "Oh, what a lovely toe," and then look up to the rest of the.
It's not about the toe, though, is it? That's the opposite of that saying. What a manky toe that you've had to put a little bit of stainless steel on it to make yourself feel better about yourself.
Oh no, maybe that's not the case. Maybe they've had an injury on their toe, you know, and they want to cover it up.
Right, a ring-shaped injury.
Yes.
Do you know you break your toes all the time? About twice a week you just break bones in your foot and you don't realise because they're so small.
Who told you this?
Like everyone. God. He speaks to me at night.
Yes, he does. Go to the hill, John, and tell him you own it. Christ alive. We had another text in from Lizzie, who says, "Can I come to..."
Lizzie?
Nope. "Can I come to your barbecue on Saturday, John? I'll hold your buns," she says.
No.
Oh, come on, let her go.
No, it's just mates. We're going to play some darts and drink. I can't drink too much, though, because I'll have the show next week.
Right.
So I'll have to be quite sensible.
Who is coming to this barbecue?
My mates.
Who are your mates?
They're my real mates.
Oh, your real mates? You haven't seen them for ages.
I have different classifications of mates.
Yeah, your flip-flop crew. When are they coming now?
These are like old uni mates and school mates and stuff.
Hang on, we've just had an email about the flip-flop debate continues. This is from Sam in Western Supermare. He says, "Last time I wore flip-flops, one got caught in the escalator in the M&S in Cribbs Causeway. He hasn't worn them since."
Yeah.
Well, that's just because you walk like a fool. You know, we can't have...
You can talk.
Yes, thank you.
You tripped up twice already this morning.
Yeah, well, someone left food on the floor. Right. Anyways, we've got loads coming up today. I hope you're very well. It's a fantastic day outside. Yeah, it's going to be a fun show. What have we got coming up, John? I'll tell you what we've got coming up. We've got board games. That's always fun.
That's always fun.
We've got the transporter, and as yet, we haven't got anyone to do that. So, if you'd like, you can text us 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with a song you really love and a reason why you love it, and we'll endeavour to play it. I mean, we probably won't be able to.
And the time of life that it reminds you of.
That's right,
Hence
John.
the transporter angle.
Absolutely.
And what was the email about their website?
Yeah, what was it? It said, somebody sent us in an email saying that was the front of the Six Music website, was our transporter image, was that taken from Northern Lights? It was.
It was, it's the alethiometer.
Hey, I could tell everyone the email you sent this week. That was lovely.
What?
It said, "Get a load of this, you something stabbers." Did you see this? And then John sent me and a few of our friends the clip of the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
And then you
the
put,
Golden Compass.
and then afterwards you've put, and this is what was really wonderful about it.
This was funny.
Let's get naked.
No, I never said that.
Let's get naked, order up a pizza, and say how much we like each other's bodies. Say what you like.
Say
what you like about Barry Norman. You never got that at the end. You never go, "This is a cracking film." What I like to do: smash over some nachos, get naked with my chaps, and really enjoy it. That's exactly what you said.
I didn't say let's get naked. I said let's all go and watch it together and then be nice about each other's bodies.
Which is a similar thing.
Yeah.
Are we going to do
Close
it?
enough. Probably not. Oh, you're half naked already.
There you go.
Well, we were talking about Ben and I defecant in the street and the problems that can cause when wearing flip-flops, and most importantly, splash back at urinals.
Well, Panda Wolf has said exactly that. He sent us a text and says, "Wearing flip-flops is very bad, and it's just lipped when having a stand-up wee in the pub." Because, if I can just find it, it says it's bad when your own wee lands on your toes, worse when someone else fool can't wee straight.
I got on I went to booths in Keswick this week, and I had an old man's wee splashing against my arm. What could he possibly say there? Do you want to just... I know you've reached an age where you have to push, but do you want to just not push so hard? I'm frightened of getting to that age. You know, sometimes you're next to a man at a urinal who makes noise when he wheezes. I don't know if this happens to ladies.
Come on, what are you doing?
You know,
you're a noisemaker at the best of times.
Not when I'm having a wee.
I've heard you a few...
No. You get men who, like...
Oh, I can't do that, yeah. Well, I have to flush when I'm in the toilet, just in case someone hears me.
Yeah.
Outside the cubicle bit, so I'll flush, and then get rid of my business very, very quickly. And then, but yeah, I hate that when you have the old man. It's just like, but that's clearly going to be you, mate.
Come on.
No one's ever said, "Come on." Please. Hey, we've had a text in that says, "All right, lads, I was wondering if you're going to be commenting on Mark Lawrence' performance during the England game." That's from Sean in Stoke. Well, of course we are.
I've selected my highlight from yesterday. This is Mark Lawrence's philosophy for the week.
I suppose you pays your money, you takes your chance.
That is...
You do, Lauro?
Mark Lawrence.
Of course you do. What a legend. One a day.
And we had this fantastic thing we did last week. We had that the Brian Johnson
Yes, Jonathan Agnew.
If you didn't hear it, it's brilliant. It's the cricket sketch where he can't get over the stumps and they start giggling like old men. And you lot have sent us in loads and loads of brilliant ones, and this is a belter.
Safety campaigners have repeated their warnings about the dangers of fireworks after a prankster tried to launch a powerful rocket from his backside. The 22-year-old man suffered serious internal injuries when the Black Cat Thunderbolt rocket ignited during the bonfire night stunt at Monk Wearmouth in Sunderland. Education officials in Pakistan got a surprise when they went to inspect a school near Hyderabad. Instead of classes of pupils, they found only chickens. The authorities say it appears to be used as a poultry production centre for the last 12 years. That's the news. Not a moment before time.
Stop it! I suppose you pays your money, you takes your chance, don't you?
There you go. That would have
It's the don't you that gets it for me.
don't you?
Socrates used to do that after he said something amazing. Just yeah. If you don't believe that, you're a gimp.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just off the end of everything. Now, the flip-flop debate continues on. We've had a text in.
Not really a
It says,
debate. I'm right.
Well, no, I don't think you are. Dear John, have you ever thought of the festering dead skin that collects in your sweating socks when your poor feet could be enjoying the free air that is rightfully theirs to enjoy?
Have you ever thought of the festering dead skin that you're sprinkling across the streets of the city you live in by wandering around sharing it with the world? Pigeons are eating that.
Pigeons are not eating that.
Yeah, they are.
And who cares if they are?
I do.
Why?
Pigeons. They need looking after.
Pigeons need looking after.
Until about 11:30 today when I play my 100% belter, when there'll be a rapid U-turn on my opinion of pigeons.
She says, in summary, I feel the same passionate hatred for socks as you do for flip-flops. My argument, however, makes sense. P.S. Sorry for sounding grumpy, John. I've just woken up from a dream whereupon I was riding some strange creature with the face of Bette Midler and the body of a horse.
Oh, I had a dream this week.
Well, stand back, everybody, because this could be weird. What
Back
happened?
at school I was, in Miss Hickson's class with my mate Lee.
Oh, Lee,
But we were grown-ups.
Well, let's give everyone the backstory. Lee, of course, you once ran a successful...
Who used to run the shop as I ran the post office. Yeah,
That's correct. Underneath, if you've listened for the first time, John and his friend Lee used to run a post office underneath their bed, and it was and a library that their mate, I don't know, Leroy used to
Sheldon.
run. Sheldon used to, who's, as we found out last week,
We
is
don't
into,
talk about Leroy.
Sheldon was into God and the
Yes,
Teletubbies. Is that
and
right?
The Prodigy.
And the Prodigy. That's
And
right.
Marilyn Manson.
Okay, so that's vaguely filled in. Continue.
I've got a cold, sorry. And we were back at school, but we were grown-ups.
Yeah.
And he hadn't done his homework,
Oh.
and she was letting him off. And she didn't care, and she was sort of laughing, going, oh, it doesn't matter. And I was going, it does matter, he hadn't done it. I think it was a microcosm of our relationship coming out in the dream.
It's horrible when you wake up. Do you ever have that? You know, when you wake up and you think, oh, I've killed someone.
Yeah.
And then there's that sort of 20-second moment
Brilliant, that.
when you think, oh, I'm a killer, and then you wake up and you go, I'm not. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I can do what I want.
Now I
And then-
can commit my first crime all over again.
That'd be a great
Do it right.
Be a great prank to play, though, wouldn't it? You know, but you're never going to know what people are. That'd be great if you could tell what dreams they were having. You could, if you like, had a little, you know, like the BFG had,
Massive ears.
Yes, massive ears and some frog skull. But if you could sort of point it in and see what their dream was about, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? So kind of go, oh, that's John having a dream about being in love with a marshmallow, sweet. And then I'll get dressed up as a marshmallow. You'll wake up, no way! And then it's only me.
You'd be in a lot of trouble, though, if
Yeah.
I was in that sort of half-sleep stage.
Yeah, that's a fair point, actually.
And you know what I'm like when I wake up.
I certainly do. Yeah.
I tell you what was great, Killer Net. Do you remember that? It had
Killer
Paul
Net?
Bettany in it. It was about killing people.
Right.
You
have to explain that a bit more.
It was about sort of dreaming and reality and stuff. And you thought you were killing people on this game on the internet, but it turns out you were like suggesting motives for a real killer who'd invented this game, and he was going out killing people. It was really good. Check it out, Killer Net. I don't know. It'll be on YouTube or something. It was on ages ago. Really good.
Well, let's hope there isn't anything like that.
Tam Williams was in it.
We
as
have
well.
to go to the news now. Where
All right.
You just let's hope there isn't an internet killer on the loose. Are you having an excellent day, John?
Yeah, it's alright. It's picking up.
Yeah, you really perked up, didn't you? During the coffee, you started getting... I was smiling because John was acting off in the while the songs were on, and then you got all grumpy. What are you smiling for? I don't trust it when you're smiling.
Well, no, you look at the text and then you smile. I'll tell you what perked me up. Imran off Music Week brought me some Turkish Delight, and that will always do it.
They are absolute crackers. I've just offered you a strawberry. Nothing. Now, this is the part of the show. We did this for the first time last week. It's the news quiz. We basically...
It's not the news quiz. You don't want Sandy Toxvig on your backside.
No, I
Excuse me.
Who was that? Was that Sandy
Sandy
Toxvig?
Toxvig, yeah.
Brilliant. You're like Ronnie Ancona.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, we did this thing last week. We were kind of constantly going through the news, and the stories are getting more and more ridiculous. So, what was that?
That's Sandy laughing.
All right.
She likes the way you talk.
So, I bet she's quite a nice lady. Actually. That wasn't Sandy, that was Gwildor.
That was her going out the door. She finds the doors a bit heavy because she's only 4'2".
Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Is she genuinely 4'2"?
I don't know, she's not far off.
I bet she's not far off.
Yeah.
If anyone knows, text us 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk, or Sandy, if you're listening, send us a text. How tall are you? If
I
anyone
don't
knows,
think she's listening.
I bet you she's 5'3".
She was texting because I heard that her partner put her mobile phone on the table last night and she can't reach it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice. Very good. Very good. But yeah, last week we did a quiz that I won, where I've...
You did not win.
did
You
win,
lost
mate.
5-2 by the end.
False. Every time I'm going to read a story out, John has to say whether it's true or false. So you can play along at home as well. This is fun. Right, John, let's go. You ready?
Just do it.
Have you got your finger on your buzzer?
No, it's
What?
just the way my trousers rock up.
Nice. Do you want to make a buzzer noise? Right, there you go. That's your one. Right, here we go. Now, the most popular breakfast in the world is the muffin. True or false, Don?
Don,
Don, for this quiz.
have you got a new sidekick I don't know about?
Oh, I'd love to have a mate called Don.
Oh, so I'm out of the show just because my name starts with a J, not a D. This is how fickle you are.
Call yourself Don.
Do you used to know Russell Howard? Yeah, he got bored of the sound of the letter J, so he got a mate called Don.
Don. Oh, yeah. Don Beach. There's a friend of mine called Matthew.
You're going to do that?
There's a... No.
You are.
No, I'm
You're gonna
not.
find a mate called Don and I'll be out of here, and then you get bored of Don and then there'll be a Ron for a couple of weeks.
I've met Ron.
Have you?
Yeah, I've met Ron Weasley. He came to my show in Edinburgh.
Do you know his name's not really Ron?
No, he is in my world. Now, we should...
Rupert, innit?
Yeah, Rupert Grint.
What a dork.
Oi, shut your mouth. He's a good guy. You love him. You said so yourself. I like that, Ron. Good guy.
God, you just make up everything I've ever said.
Right, here we go. The most popular breakfast in the world is the muffin. Is that true or false?
That is false.
False. It is false.
Yeah.
1-0 to John. Fair enough. Now, 12% of Britons don't brush their teeth. True or false?
Ooh. I bet about 5% of Britons don't have teeth.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then you've got another 4% on top of that naughty children who don't brush their teeth.
Yes.
A couple of old people with dementia who forget.
Yeah,
I think that's true. Could be more. But I'm going to go true.
True. Just 2-0 to Richardson.
Yeah.
Down this. A man in a volcano... a man was in a...
True.
Wait.
Oh.
A man was in a volcano for 2 days, but he's emerged unscathed. True or false?
I'm going to say false because you laughed when you read it.
Damn it! False. I'm 3-0 down. In Spain this week, did I laugh at a portly woman going down a slide? True or false?
Well, you went to Aqualand.
Yes.
And there is a lookout point.
There is.
I'm going to say, yes, you did.
That is false. I'm pulling it back.
Come
I
on.
didn't laugh, John. Fat people like slides as well, and you should not laugh at them.
You didn't laugh?
No.
And you saw it?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I'm going to phone Keris. I bet you did.
I'll be honest with you, I've written true down here, but I didn't...
Yeah, 3-0. Mark that as 3-0.
It's not, it's actually 4, but there's only 10 questions. I'm losing rapidly. Tennis star Tim Henman is to start a car rental firm with his business partner, Tony Williams. True or false?
That's got to be false.
True or false?
False.
Ah! Losing 5-0. An 8-year-old heart surgery patient leapt from his care bed.
I can't believe that. Let's just go back. You genuinely thought I would believe that Tim Henman has set up a car rental firm.
Yeah.
And you're angry at me for getting that right.
It was going to be called tennis
Oh,
cars.
he was such a believable lie. Why wouldn't he say it's easy money? He's got the capital to buy the cars, and then the money comes in of its own accord.
Tennis cars. I've drawn a little picture here. Instead of indicators, they put a tennis
For
racket.
the first time Tim Henman's made a net profit.
Now, has an 80-year-old man leapt from his intensive care bed to kill a snake with his walking stick?
Oh, no. False.
It's true!
Right.
Yes.
Again, dubious. Why has he still got 2? That's his first one.
No, I'm having that.
Oh, you're not giving him the fat people.
Anarchists broke into a zoo in Singapore, knocked out a lion and daubed political messages on its belly. True or false?
False.
It's false. Mark it down. A woman was denied a hip operation at the NHS because she was so fat.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Because she was so fat.
because she was so fat. True or false?
I think that is probably... No, in this nanny state, that's probably true.
Oh, it is true!
Yeah.
Viagra is very good for jet lag.
That's false.
It's true.
Viagra's good for jet lag?
Yep.
How? Because it keeps you up until you're ready?
No, it just made me feel better. Right, what was the final scores?
You got pounded. Well, that says 6-3, but I'm giving myself 7-2, to be honest.
All right.
I thought there was 10 questions.
There was. One of them doesn't really make sense.
Right, so I win again.
Yep.
Lovely stuff. I like this quiz.
We're doing this thing called the Transporter. I'll let you into a little bit of a secret. John told me before I went to Spain, sort that out, right? I'm going away. I'm going to climb a hill, and I want it sorted. And
as I do every week.
You do every week. And
forward planning.
I said, I'm on it, John. I said, I'll be there. I'll record the Transporter. Not a problem. Now,
what did you do?
I didn't do it. But because I don't want it to be boring, I want people to ring up and on the day.
Don't pretend it's through some sort of artistic integrity. I got back and had an email from you going, "Here, I seen a picture."
I didn't say that. I didn't
seen a picture.
I have never started an email with "ear."
I just seen an email of a massive picture of a bowl of peas and I laughed. Anyway, John, by the way, I'm in Spain until Saturday, so don't bother emailing, texting, thinking about me, writing my name on a piece of paper because I shan't do nothing about it.
And you sent me back a text that's an email that said, "Text me. For the love of God, text me."
Yeah. I try and be light-hearted.
Yeah, I don't.
But you push me so hard.
I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what to do. Anyways, so we thought what we're going to do now, today, you can text us on the number I mentioned, which is John.
64046.
With the song you'd like us to play and a really good reason why. And then what we'll do, we'll get your number and then we'll ring you up.
Yeah, let's do it live now today and it'll be totally organic, yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. You just be able to feel it.
I've got flip-flops on and then you can be on air and we'll play your song and it'll be lovely and fun. But don't cuss, don't get... That's the awkward thing, though, isn't it? Because that's what I do. Have you seen that thing on the internet about the, you know... The,
oh, yeah, the internet. I've checked it.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've got... but there's the people that ring up the Mint and all those kind of programs
on
TV, like, what, you know, who's the president of America? It's always some bloke. Is it Kelly Brook? It's not Kelly Brook. And then they hang up. And there's a thing on the internet where it's just people recording it on their video camera, watching the telly, and they get on air, and it's this lady kind of going, "Okay, you're through to the Mint. What is the capital of Paraguay?" And you just hear this bloke pause and just go, "Cock!" And then the camera just wiggles and shakes like that. So please don't do that.
I seen a new one yesterday. You know the Mint, they got in all that trouble for taking people's money when they weren't going to get on air?
Yes.
And there's all this hoo-ha about it.
There's a lot of hoo-ha, isn't there?
There is. It's just who now. The ha's finished.
Absolutely.
They've sorted the ha out. Now it's just the who. But now the BBC, I watched Any Dream Will Do last night by accident.
No, you didn't. Did you watch all of it?
I'm a big fan of Graham Norton's work. He makes the mundane programmes interesting with his unwitty comments. Anyway, they've got this thing now where they leave the phone lines open, but they flash up text that goes, "The phone lines are closed. We'll still charge you, but your vote won't count." As if to say, hey, you can still phone in if you're an idiot. But why don't you just close the phone lines and not charge people? But it's like saying, yeah, well, we still want to make the money that comes from illegitimately charging people for pointless phone calls, but we're at least going to tell you that you're doing it.
Did you want to vote?
I did vote. I just, you know, you want to feel... If you haven't got a vote, you haven't got a voice.
That's a fair point. Jon Richardson.
The lad I like went out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Name?
Ben. He had... when he sang, he had like a speech impediment, but it didn't happen when he's the opposite of Gareth Gates. He talked normally, and then when he sang, he sort of kept spitting out the side of his mouth. Any claim.
Oh my God.
But he's a very talented lad. I wish him all the best. I'm going to be in a musical.
Really?
Yeah, just got to write it.
Well, maybe you and that Ben John Merrick fella could do it. Jesus, does he? That must be horrific. So he talks normally, then he goes to thing.
Yeah.
It all comes out like that.
Yeah.
Christ, how far did he get?
Well, it's the last 4.
Wow, it's not bad for him.
Final next week. All very excited. Live at Wembley.
Jon Richardson, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'd like to ask when I'm... Oh, no, it's just... Somebody's really tricked me there by sending in a text that says ear at the beginning of it, and I couldn't help but look. It's a brilliant story in the paper.
Was it Russell Brand?
Wasn't ear. It very well could have been, right? This is a story about a postman in Bristol. It's brilliant. Brave postman Neil Filer beat off muggers attacking a woman, then realised he'd blundered into a scene from Casualty. How fantastic is that, right? He was just walking along. He was halfway around his round. He saw 2 large men pinning a terrified woman to a wall, so he walked over and started kicking the crap out of them.
What an idiot.
And then they stopped and just said, well, we're doing Casualty. Well, I didn't know, did I? Christ alive, I'm not going to defend a lady.
Bad enough seeing a woman get mugged, but you're sat around filming it. I thought that ain't right.
It's
3
brilliant.
cameras on it, none of you doing nothing.
They do lots of odds and sods around in Bristol doing Casualty. Once, my friend Tony was playing 5-a-side and he broke his leg.
He was one of the sods, funny.
He was, yeah. And he was playing football. He broke his leg, and I was lookout because the ambulance was coming. So I said, "Well, I'll go look out, and I'll sort of, you know, wave the ambulance man down because the football side was slightly inside." So I kind of went out, walked about half a mile, and was kind of waiting around.
Half a mile on foot?
Absolutely. And there was a man there with sort of a bushy little moustache, and I went, "Excuse me, mate, have you seen an ambulance?" And he looked at me and went, very funny, mate. Yeah, real funny. And I went, what? Yeah, very funny. And then his phone started ringing, and his phone generally went, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. And he took his phone and went, yeah. And he was just a lookout guy for casualties, so he just thought that I was just some idiot. Then one day I went, have you seen an ambulance?
Well, not far wrong, was he?
No, not really. Now, we've had a very interesting text in from Mike Collett in Birmingham that says, hey, gents, interesting chat as usual. Now, if you could have a 6th member of the Village People, what would you want him to be? It's an interesting question.
Premiership footballer.
He says here, I'm having a wager at work. It's lovely, those kinds of chats at work, aren't they? Stuff's supposed to be getting done. Someone's just sat around going, Village People, yeah, there's 5 of them. What if there's a 6th? That's a very good point. We must chat about that. Now, the ones going around the minute, a fireman apparently is winning so far. I like the idea they've got a sort of a score system. He's plumped for a milkman, and some buffoon said an IT specialist. Any opinions? Well, text us in 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. Who would you like the 6th member of the Village People to be? I'd quite like to see you. I don't think that'd be good fun.
Right.
Just you rocking up, just dancing very awkwardly, the rest of them.
I do like a bit of the why.
What are the other 5? You'll know, come on.
Biker.
There's a biker.
Mohican chap.
Mohican chap, yes.
Policeman.
Policeman.
And I'm out, to be honest.
Oh, really? What are the other 2?
Builder.
And there's an office assistant?
No.
No.
This isn't good radio.
No, it's not. Daredevil. Is it a Daredevil?
It's not a Daredevil.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of Wayne's World. The 6th guy, what would you have him? I'd have him as just a really normal guy. He just likes hanging out with him, just dancing.
Right.
Look, call it a Jon Richardson.
The straight man.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be fun. Well, we went to... no, let's not tell that story. Anyways, well, yeah, text us in.
What was that going to be?
That was going to be that gay club we went to.
Oh, yeah.
But we've told that story before.
We have told it before.
Yeah, and it's a lovely story.
Yeah.
And now people think, well, what happened at the gay club? Nothing happened. It could have done. We had offers, didn't we?
Yeah.
You had 4, I had 3. Always competitive with us, isn't it?
Yeah.
And our fat mate, nothing.
I won, though, because I got 4 with my top on, and you got 3 with your top off.
Yeah, well, I will do anything to win. That's me through and through. We've had a fantastic and bizarre email that someone's just sent in randomly. It's great. My dog burps really loudly. I mean, proper teenage boy after a bottle of Coke burps. Anyway, as entertaining as it is, I really want to know, is that normal? Talia, that's lovely. 2 kisses. Just mental. We're not doing Am I Normal at the minute, and how wonderful's that? A dog burps? Have you ever seen a dog burp?
I'd like to see a dog burp.
We saw a dog jump in the water the other day. We had a lot of fun, didn't we?
I did.
Now, we're doing this thing every week called board games, aren't we?
Yes.
And you've had one in, haven't you?
We've had a few, and well, we've had loads of people sending this one in. This is just one of the emails about The Game from Laurie in Somerset.
The Game.
I have recently, but not to be confused with the film with Michael Douglas in it, which is a disappointment. I have recently been unwittingly entered into the game. The game is always going on, and you lose when you think about the game. When this happens, you have to say out loud, I just lost the game. There follows a period of immunity for you to forget about the game before it begins again. The only way you know you are winning is to lose. This is not normal to be compelled to use these words frequently just because of a fleeting thought, but I and many other people are. P.S. I just lost the game. And indeed, everyone who's listening to the show has just lost the game.
And who invented this?
I can't remember. My mates used to play it a while ago. It's been going on ages, the game. Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah.
That sounds hard work. I prefer Balderdash.
You do prefer Balderdash, Buckaroo.
So hang on, so what's the point of that game? Just to not think about a game?
Just go about your business in the week, and then you'll just be sat on the tube and you'll think, what was it? Oh, I was playing the game. Ah, I lost the game! And then you have to go, I lost the game! And everyone goes, this is London, don't talk to me.
That is ridiculous. Where are the rules? What are you winning?
There are no rules.
Yeah, but who's the boss you're fighting at the end of the level? That isn't a decent game.
You're confusing this with Dungeons and Dragons.
No, but I'm confusing this with a fun game you might play. So you have to sit around. You don't sit
around. You don't have to stop what you're doing for the rest of your life.
Well, it sounds like you do, John.
Because by trying not to think about the game, you are subconsciously thinking about the game. So just go about your business. And every now and again you'll think, oh, the game. Oh, I lost the game.
Yeah, but you never get the chance to celebrate doing well at the game.
That's the whole point. It's not about celebration. It's about taking part. It's a lesson for kids. Do you want your Coelho quote from this week?
Yeah, I'll have that, yeah.
Each day brings with it an eternity.
Oh, great.
There you go.
What does that mean?
That means try everything, because every mistake you make will echo for the rest of your life, if you want to look at it pessimistically. Or it means try and improve on the present, and the future will be better as a result.
And it also means give everything a go. Well, let's do something we've never done ever this week.
What, like email each other midweek to get the track sorted?
Yes.
Where I said it.
Well, let's do something fun. to
All
go?
right, then. I've got gigs Tuesday, Wednesday.
Do you want to go to Bath Spa?
Oh, I don't want to go to Bath Spa.
Why
You're always
just
going
let-
on about Bath
No
Spa.
one wants to go to Bath Spa.
It's
with me.
rubbish.
It's not rubbish. It'll be great.
Well, there was someone on telly talking about Bath Spa.
Fern Britain. I don't care what Fern.
Talking about getting rid of their toxins in Bath Spa.
Yeah,
or
that'd be
something.
brilliant.
Oh, no, it was at a gig I was at. It was
Yeah.
at the gig I was at. Someone was talking about having been to Bath Spa and had all their toxins washed out of their manky flip-flop feet.
That sounds.
I'm not going to Bath Spa.
Well, let's do something fun. Let's go horse riding.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, it would be great. Clippity cloppity clippity cloppity. A brief canter.
With your piles.
Oh, John, I've got rid of those. Although actually, that's one of the things I am quite worried about as an older man. I keep having this recurring sort of nightmare that I'm going to sit down on a tube too quickly and burst one,
Right.
and then I'll have to go the game.
Let's get people to text us in something to do then.
Yeah,
And we
that's a
have
good
to do
idea.
it. But
Yeah,
text
yeah.
in loads, because I'm not lying to you. I don't want to let it into a showbiz secret. If you just text in rubbish ones, we'll just make one up.
Yes.
So text in decent ones and loads of them, and we'll go and do it this week.
Text on
I've got a few days
64046
off.
or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk. But let's genuinely do this.
Let's genuinely do it.
We'll do it, we'll film it, and we'll have fun.
We'll do it, we'll film it, and we'll have fun. That is a verbal contract.
Well, we were supposed to go and see that dog of yours last week.
Yeah, Shane.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
What is funny about Shane?
It's just so depressing.
I'm saving the world.
No, you're not.
One dog at a time.
Oh, my God. If you weren't listening last week, some fat man in London sent John a letter that said, "Hello, I'm Shane the dog. Can you send me money?" And John went, "I will. Bloody right, I will."
We're not getting onto this again.
And we were supposed to go and meet up with Shane because you were giving it, right, let's go see Shane, let's go see Shane. Let's do that. That's one of the things we'll do.
Thursday night we can do it.
Well, I'm not going to see Shane on a Thursday night.
No, we'll do some fun stuff on Thursday.
All right, let's do that. Thursday's the day that fun.
Or I can do Friday as well, but Saturday's my barbecue. I can't do Saturdays.
Okay, well, I
And
can't.
Friday I have a bit of prep to do because I fed my lawn, so that'll want mowing on Friday.
Right. This is essentially you and me deciding what we're going to do this week. But text us
64046.
anything.
And money is a marginal issue.
It's fine. I'll pay.
Unbelievable.
Stop it!
Not allowed to change the water.
I don't care. It's only water. What's going to happen? Jesus, so grumpy.
Russell just tried to change the water on the water machine underneath a big sign that says, "Please do not change the water on the water machine yourself. Dial this number." And you did it wrong.
Keep the, we're going to read them all out. Keep the text coming in 64046 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with the things you want us to do. This is basically an extension of board games, which is what we're playing now. You've sent us in loads of amazing games that you do when you're very dull. Also, we'll quickly round this up before we do board games. The Village People, John. Here are some of the ideas that we've had sent in.
A renegade.
Oh, that'd be good, yeah. Somebody could be the village person number 6, proctologist, James in Bramley. Sixth person could be an undertaker, Martin in Ipswich, but on holiday in St Ives, still listening, fantastic.
Oh, St Ives is lovely, isn't
Someone here has said a man impersonating Jordan, which is just fantastic. Or the last one, hi both village people, I agree with John, a Premiership footballer, they're more like ballet dancers than sportsmen now.
it?
Tim
Yeah,
Cheltenham,
and it would
anyway.
address the problem of homosexuality in sport.
It would. One of them's got to come out, and he unfortunately needs to be really good because we live in a rampantly homophobic
That's
world.
obviously Joey Barton, isn't it? A lot of pent-up aggression there.
Do you think?
Yeah, Christ, charging around, stubbing things out in people's faces.
Well,
Joey, showing his bum to 40,000 men.
I can't believe that you've just tried to out Joey Barton, possibly the most mental footballer there is in the Premiership.
Take him on. I saw an interview
You'll
yesterday
take him on,
going,
are you high?
I can't believe it, everyone thinks I'm like this really bad lad just because I put a cigar out in someone's face and I kicked the head in of my teammate and everyone thinks I'm this really bad guy because it says in the press I'm a really bad guy, but I'm not. Yeah, you are.
What's really sad about him is, he would have been sat at school. Some teacher who was kind of going, "No, come on, Joey, you've got to do your work." "I don't need to do my work. I'm going to be a footballer." Well, not everyone could be a footballer, Joey. So maybe you should do work. "Oh, no way, not bad. I'll become a and he's become a footballer, and he's given some teacher horrific grief all the way through life.
And because of him, there are thousands and thousands of kids saying, I'm going to be the new Joey Barton.
No, there's not.
Yeah,
Nobody's
there are
saying
thousands.
that.
My cousin Derek,
Your
he's
cousin-
saying it.
Your cousin Derek's mad, though. And he's mad. Now, the board games, we've had loads sent in.
Yeah.
Keep them coming. And honestly, the stuff that you've sent us to do is brilliant, but I haven't...
We missed a bit from the game.
What was that?
Apparently, once you've lost the game, you have to tell someone else that you've lost the game, thus making them lose the game. And it's a cyclical thing. So you pass the losing. You don't like the game, do you?
Suck eggs.
Julie says, my flatmate and I play the French game to keep us awake when we've got deadlines where we just test each other on French phrases. Educational and fun.
Nice.
Le Chateau et dans le feu. What does that mean, Russell?
The house is full of dogs.
No, the castle is in the fire. Doesn't mean anything.
Okay, all right, I'll do it in German. Kein Bell in ein Kaninchen.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, it means no bell and one rabbit.
Right.
Mein Name ist Russell Howard, ich bin ein Einzelkind. What does that mean, John?
God, you'd have got battered in Germany.
It says, my name's Russell Howard, I'm an only child.
Yeah, but
That
you
was
said
horrific.
it in a way that says, my name is Russell Howard and I'm an only child. Which is a good way to get beaten up in Munich.
I used to do that all the time. We had our teacher, Frau Gallagher. She'd...
It's a convenient name.
we all had to stand up. And it was around this stage where there were a few people in our class growing beards. You know, the kids who grow a beard when they're 13. Andrew Thomas had a massive beard.
Fern dribbling.
And whenever his name was called in register, everyone used to pretend they were shaving. We found it very funny. And it originally just... like that. And towards the end of the year, we had electric rays. Anyway, we're having a lot of fun. And once there was a girl who I probably can't name her name, but
God, you've gone like a 6-year-old. Come on, there was a girl.
but there was a girl who I shall call Laura, who apparently had sex with someone who worked at the fair, and when her name was called in register, everyone went. Da, 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 da. It was a very exciting moment, and she shouted out, "I didn't have sex with him. I only somethinged him off." Anyway, so we're in German, and it was a lot of fun. And she'd always ask you a question. Hast du ein Geschwister? Have you any brothers and sisters? Couldn't be asked. I've got a brother and sister. Nein, ich bin ein Einzelkind. Get to sit down. My brother and sister came to school 2 years later. My plan was ruined.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on then. So carry on with the other games we've got.
Right. When me and my cousins were at weddings or funerals when we were little, I never got to go. I went to one wedding when I was a kid. You want to go to loads when you're a kid, don't you?
Great,
It's so exciting. You don't realise they're boring until you get older.
They're not boring, they're ace.
Oh, yeah.
My friend Al Pitcher got married in Sweden. It was brilliant. There's an amazing home video of him looking really happy with his beautiful bride. And then from nowhere, you see me and a few of the rest of us just throwing confetti at his face really hard.
Yeah,
And
ruining his special
He
day.
suddenly gets very cross. There's some excellent photos of him literally flipping me the rod.
We used to play a game called Gargle the Song.
Yep.
Basically, you fill your mouth up with whatever sugary beverage you're consuming and gargle a tune. Right. Whoever guessed the most songs was the winner. It usually ended up with someone getting Fanta or Coke spat all over their face in a fit of giggles.
Well, let's play that now.
All right.
Take it away, go.
Am I starting?
Yeah, you're tune number one.
All right, then here we go.
Here we go. This is Jon Richardson. If you listen at home, get ready. He's going to gargle a tune. We have to try and guess what it is. Take it away. Right, okay, he's just swallowed his water. Take it away. Calm down. Oh, he just spat all over your face, you pig.
It's harder than it looks,
Right,
gargling.
it is if you do it like that. You've done it all down your little grey mole t-shirt.
I'm wearing grey as well. Did you get it?
It sounded like the frog chorus.
No, it was I'm in the mood for dancing by the Nolans.
Oh, really? Okay, we'll
Not
take it.
wishing to nail my musical colours to the mast.
Here we go, ready?
You've got to look away from the equipment or you'll spit and ruin the show.
Whatever. Here we go.
I'm not getting it.
Oh, Christ, well, I nearly threw
Tricky game, this.
Oh, jeez, I nearly wretched. It was Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. No, you go.
Wasn't.
It was. I want to stop, collaborate and listen.
I can't believe you went for a rap.
Why not?
Of all the things to go for.
Oh, it's better. I'm in the mood for dancing. Jesus. Right. 0-0. Next. Right. Dum 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 dum.
No, you were right with the first bit, but then I choked and ruined it.
Dum dum dum. Do it again. Dum 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 dum.
You're going too upbeat with it. You're taking it too upbeat.
Okay. Paranoid Android. Do it again.
Pretty Things by Rufus Wainwright.
Oh, lovely stuff. Right.
Yeah.
Here's the final. Well, here's
As I'm sure he wanted it to be played.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Ready? No, 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 no. You can't touch this, MC Hammer.
Oh, stop doing raps.
Right.
Right, we'll do.
Final one.
I'll do one more.
I don't know what that is.
What was that then?
I think it was Threes and Sevens by the Queens of the Stone Age.
It was, yeah.
I appear, whilst I was gargling, to have played a tune. What was
Right.
it? Well, that was supposed to be.
That was supposed to be Threes and Sevens by the Queens of the Stone
We were
Age.
going to do a really slick DJ
Yeah.
thing where I go, hey, was that Do It Again?
No, it's ruined.
I've ruined it. I always
Just
do that.
play the track and pretend it never happened,
Sorry.
and then clean up all this spit.
Sorry, John. We're doing this thing where me and John had a bit of a to-do. He's got very cross with me because apparently we haven't been spending enough quality time together. So we're asking you to email or text in on 64846 or email russell.6music@bbc.co.uk with all the things we can do this week to bring our relationship closer together. Now, Bryn has sent in one that says, Russell, have you had sex with a man? That's something he suggests that I could do this week. I'm not really up for that. I'd rather do...
Not again.
Not again. Exactly. I'd rather do something that's going
If they're not going to have a sixth village person, they should tell you that before the audition, shouldn't they?
Fair point, yeah. Now, well, and we had games that we could play in, haven't we, John? What have we had?
Justin in Fareham.
Yep.
Great example. Just play Knock a Door Run. Classic game, never grown bored with it. Been playing it for 31 years.
He's been, what?
31 years.
He's been playing Knock and Run for 31 years.
31 years.
Like some feral kid.
Man and boy.
Does he have
Or
a
maybe
break?
just man. He might be like 60. He might not get into it till he was
I
29.
hated those games. Not Ginger. He used to go and then run away. I always felt bad. It was always some old woman. Hello?
Yeah.
And he sort of ran away. And go, ugh. I prefer when we used to put, like, explosive in milk bottles. That was fun.
It's not as much fun knock on the door and then have tea and cakes with a stranger for half an hour, though, is it? It's
What?
not such a fun game for kids.
I don't know. I quite like a bit of cake. Now, the transporter, John. Do you want to tell the people what it is?
Yeah, it's a bit of the show where you get taken back to a significant moment in your life by the virtue of music, what reminds you of that time. Have you got your jingle?
I have got me jingle. Transporter, ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. That takes you back there and all that.
I think that says it.
Classic. Right, and we've actually got someone on the line. We've got Daz from Darlington. Is that right?
That is.
Hello, how smooth are you? That is. Hello, Daz. How are you?
I'm full of cold at the minute.
Oh,
I am.
really? What's wrong? What are your symptoms?
He's full of a cold. He just said,
What's his
listen to
symptoms,
the
then? We're
man.
going to try and help him.
I just got a snotty nose, really.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh, no. I thought it might be like a sickly cold from a child. You had sort of a childish voice. This is going very badly, Daz. I can only apologise. I've accused you of being a kid. Now, what's the song you want played?
It's No Good Start the Dance by The Prodigy.
And what does that remind you of?
It was a day when I was at school hanging around with the lads in the leather jackets listening to Iron Maiden, not appreciating that track. But this track takes me back to the moment that I volunteered to be put in a sleeper hold.
Yeah.
It sounds like you haven't really recovered from that, to be honest.
Well, I can still remember it because I had his arm around my neck at that.
Right.
And then I was on the floor and people were looking at me and I was like, what happened?
What did happen?
Apparently I blacked out for
Oh,
a few
right.
seconds.
And so this song reminds you of a blackout you had whilst
Yeah.
wearing a leather jacket.
Are you with someone in case you pass out from the memory? Memories
Well,
are very powerful things. Is there someone that's going to be there to catch you if you fall?
No, I'm just out of my bed.
I think you might be the most depressed man I've ever heard. Are you all right?
I've just got a nose full of snot. That's
Right.
all. I've got a lot of
But
bass in my
emotionally,
voice,
everything's
isn't it?
all right.
Daz, where do you live in Darlington? We're going to get people sent over to you.
Yeah.
We're going to make this good. Whereabouts? Actually, don't give up. What street? Do you want to meet some people? We need to make you happy. Are you all right?
It's all right. I'm just staying in my room at the minute because if I go downstairs, I'm going to have to start tidying up. We had a massive barbecue yesterday and the
Ah,
beer
yeah.
cans and
Oh, thank
stuff.
God you've got people there, though.
Yeah.
There was an amazing story this week that apparently there was a DJ, because there was a story that who knows how many lives DJs have saved down the years.
3,406.
Correct. By playing a song at the right moment. Maybe John Peel played a song for somebody once that made them think, actually, I'm not going to kill myself. That's a brilliant song. And, you know, life got better. Apparently, there was a DJ, I don't know his name, but he just suddenly went, feeling a bit, Christ, and had a heart attack. Somebody listening rang up the studio and they saved him. He was absolutely fine.
By a phone call.
By a phone call, yeah.
Right. Well, hopefully we've just saved Daz.
Yeah.
You'd have thought someone called Daz would have had a bit less of an issue with cleaning up, wouldn't you?
No, lovely stuff. That's a pun there. Jon Richardson. Now, we're going to we're going to wrap up games, and then after that we're going to decide what we're going to do this week on what's been named Magic
Keep
Thursday.
those texts and emails coming in.
What number, John?
64,046.
Right, okay. Here we are. The thing when bored, this is from Gavin in Portsmouth. When bored, me and my mate play shag, marry, or push off a bridge. You name 3 people and decide which you shag, etc. Celebrities. Right, so let's do that then quickly, and then we'll wrap it up. Shag, marry, or push over a bridge. Who are you shagging? Who you celebrity shag, John?
I thought you just name celebrities, don't you? You don't deliberately pick someone you want to shag. I say, like, Ross Abbott.
No, you don't. You decide which you shag. Oh, no, you name
No,
three
I say
people.
Ross Abbott and you say shag, obviously.
All right, well, give me 3.
Kerry Katona.
Yep.
Yes isn't a response.
No, well,
You've not really got the grips of this game, have you?
I need all 3 of them before I can make a decide which...
No, you can't. You either shag Kerry, or you push her off a bridge, or you marry her.
All right, well, I'll...
Although I don't like this game, actually. I disapprove of it, because you have sex with your wife. It just doesn't work as a game. It's bawdy. This is why we have such a problem with marriage in this country, that people think sex and marriage are different. You make love to your wife.
I haven't got a wife.
If you sat next to your wife now, you make love to her. I mean, you haven't got a wife.
What if she doesn't want to? Stop playing with your bits while you're telling me to have sex with my imaginary wife.
I've bought this new belt, and it is giving me jip.
No,
it keeps riding up and trapping my chest hair. Not my chest hair.
Your pant
My
ferret.
belly button
Your
hair
pant
in the
ferret.
top of the belt. And I'll just be walking down the street, and then I go, "Ew!"
Oh, so involuntary
That's
noises.
another one gone.
Involuntary noises.
These are voluntary. I scream at the having a hair yanked out of my belly button.
How much fun would that be? You strutting around Swindon. How you doing? Hiya. I'm just going to B&Q, get myself some gear for me. Oh, sorry about that. I cut my chest there. Do you want to have a look at it? Right, come on, let's play this.
So, Kerry Katona.
I'll shag her. What the hell? No,
Right,
I'm not
Neil
actually-
Diamond.
Oh, I should have shagged him.
You can have more than one.
What?
You really haven't got this.
No. You name 3 people, and then you have to either you shag one of them, you marry one of them, you push one of them off a bridge.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
It really, it's just random like that.
Yeah, I just shout them at you, and you...
Oh, okay, it hit me.
I'd love to.
Neil Diamond. I'll marry him. What the heck?
All right, then. And Fern Cotton.
I'll shag her.
Right.
Yep. Let's do it to you.
I've run out of people.
Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
What?
Marry.
You're marrying her?
Yeah.
Jennifer Ellison.
Marry.
You're marrying 2 ladies?
Yeah.
Barry Chuckle.
Marry.
John Merrick.
Marry. I'm pretty lonely, Russell, so I'm pretty much just going to say marry to everyone you say.
Moira Stewart.
Marry.
Pam St Clement.
Although she was a bit newsreader-ish on Have I Got News For You last night, I thought, Moira Stewart. She read it like a newsreader. And fair dues, she's a newsreader, but she just lacked a little bit of zizz.
Oh my God! Right, let's wrap that up. That hasn't gone how I thought we were. John got very angry, wanted to just marry everyone. So that's at the end of games. We'll do that again next week. Or we just had a text in that just said, "Hi Russell and John, I just punched a spider. It died."
Oh, I had a right to do with a spider last night.
John, let's play this song and then we'll hear.
Massive.
Right, everyone's going to text in what happened with the spider. You listen to 60 Music. That was keen. I didn't think I'd ever say that. Never mind. Do you enjoy that, John?
Are you being a snob now? Are you getting all up yourself?
No.
Oh, God, I can't believe what next, Coldplay?
No,
Oh,
listen
Jesus
here.
Christ.
I like the
Can we
play.
just have a little bit of Spingle Spangle?
You-
New band based in Chiswick.
You know, based in Chiswick, you were doing so well.
They're touring. This is based in Chiswick. The rent's cheaper than Central London.
Why did you
for
do
it.
that? I just said, oh, I'm not a fan of that. And there's you at the beginning.
No, you didn't. No,
at the
you very
beginning of this-
specifically didn't. You went, oh, God, you're listening to Six Music. That was king. I don't think I'd ever say that.
You, at the beginning of that song, went, hey, bloody key, right, listen to this, right, I was reading Mojo the other day, and apparently he got himself checked in a rehab because he was addicted to pot. That's not rock and roll where I come from.
I never said any
which
of
is the
this. You
bad
live in your
side of
little
the
lie.
world.
Just
You-
tell your little lies
You
to your
said that
little...
about port.
Your audience of girls listening to you going, oh, I agree with Russell.
What do you mean it's not? All the girls listen for you.
All the girls listen for me because I'm desperate and I beg them to. That doesn't count.
It says, when are we going to have the awkward conversations with John and the ladies? I'd love to do that. That's something you were doing while I was away, using this show as a date service.
Yeah. Now look at me.
We're going away on Thursday. We're going to have a good day. Well, and very rare that I'm right about something. How cool is this? Text in, Russell's right. John's way is stupid. Gavin's girlfriend. Russell's right about shag, marry, kill. John is wrong. You got the game wrong.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I don't know how to play a game that degrades women and marriage.
yeah. I was reading in Marie Claire this week, and apparently... Anyway.
You don't read Marie Claire.
Yeah, I do. I've got it here. Let's have a look.
Have you actually got Marie Claire?
Let's take it easy.
Right.
My son's a Time Lord. I shall read that later.
Yeah.
Horror car smash, rip my skull open. Probably won't read that. I lost 8.5 stone and a dead weight bloke. I'll read that. That's cracking. My postnatal depression hell. Probably won't read that. And triple joy, but first I had to make an impossible choice. Cracking magazine.
Triple joy, but first had to make an impossible choice. Well, that sounds like an article worth reading.
Oh,
So come on, move on. What were we doing?
It's got trouser presses and all sorts. Well, I thought what we do, John, is find out about the John bot and the Russ bot.
Oh, yeah.
They were cast aside last week, and people are worried about what's going to happen to them, but we're able to track their whereabouts thanks to BotNav, which is something we didn't know we had, did we?
Yeah.
But every week we're going to find out what's going on. Now,
Going on.
Call it homing instinct, call it nature, call it what you will. But this week our two heroes met up for the first time. Do you want to hear how it went, John?
I'd love to.
Here we go.
Charlie had a pigeon, a pigeon, a pigeon. Charlie had a pigeon, he had it. Flew in the morning, flew in the night. When it came home,
Ow! You stood on me!
who the
Hello? Thank God. I thought I was all on my own.
You are all on your own. We all are. Some people just like a hand to hold. Why in the name of Lady McFrig were you underneath all that mud?
I panicked. I've had a bit of a rough time lately. Who are you?
John bought 5,000. That's 5,000, mate. As in 2,000 better than what I believe you are. Khaki pancakes. A 3,000 series as I live and breathe. What's that in your hand? Martini. I killed a tramp. Comes wandering up to me, says, "Hey, are you one of them robots?" I says, "I am too." I says, "Give us a bang on that sweet booze." He says, "I don't think so, little fella." I says, "Don't call me little fella, you hobo." I got me knuckle duster out and went to work on the rammer. But we bots aren't supposed to drink that. And how did you get a knuckle duster? Saw it, nicked it where it got it.
You drink 'cause you're sad. You miss your carer. I miss mine terribly.
My carer was a boss-eyed, lazy sandwich who couldn't keep his sticky hand to himself.
What was his name?
Russell Howard.
Wow, that's me. That's my human reflection. Is he a good man?
Good. Simple's what he is. I says I want to watch the news. He makes me watch Pimp My Hippo or some for an hour. Then he's on the internet. We're there for ages, googling for monkeys, laughing until he soils himself.
Monkeys.
He made me watch this video with this monkey, right, dressed as Batman who uses a banana like a gun. He laughed for 37 minutes. I know, 'cause I timed him on my back watch.
Oh, that's nice.
Brand new, that, except for that bit, that's second hand.
Monkeys are funny, though.
They're not funny. Health and safety's what it is. Poor monkey should be in the forest, not forced into wearing lycra. The Batman music were too loud. Scientific research says primates can only take a certain level of decibels, and that roar far outweighed it. And a banana's not a gun. It's false advertising, that. You can't rob a bank with a banana. It's like that phrase. What, don't use fruit for a gun? No, you thick The pen is mightier than the sword. It means don't use violence, reason, debate. The answer lies with intellect.
Do you preach that?
Sort of, half and half, to be honest. I made a gun that fires words. Cop a load of this. What does that bullet say on it?
Says, don't mess with me. I'm the Jonbot 5000. I'll eat your ass with a spoon.
I don't need humans, me. Oh, no. I know karate. All humans are selfish. We're better off without them.
Mine wasn't selfish. He cleaned me. He taught me stuff.
Like what?
French.
What was his name?
Jon Richardson.
Holy mackerel. The saviour. He's me. I'm him.
You're Jon Richardson's Jonbot.
Yeah, check me tattoo out.
So look, love to your mother. Made in Swindon. Cur me a bomb in hand. What does that mean?
It's Latin, you gimp. It means, why do they hate me?
You speak Latin. Maybe you can help me. Can you tell me what this means?
Clamor, clamitas, omnis, claminus, pro glass latis.
No one's been able to tell me. I was born with it. I just want to know what it means. Am I a prince?
It means I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Oh, well, I can't argue with that. Jonbot, I think we need to find Jon Richardson. He'll look after us. Come on.
Let me get me supplies.
Wow, that tramp had a lot of booze.
I've killed other people.
I've got to go to the dentist Tuesday, but I like my dentist.
Oh, really?
We get on. But I don't like dentists as a rule, so I'm not for changing my dentist. But we get on, we have a right laugh. He has files and he has little codes in the corner like PIA means pain in the arse.
What do you mean?
So if you make a fuss in the chair and you make more work for him, he gets PIA written on your file. So the receptionist comes in and goes, all right, you've got a PIA in next.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what's on the top of mine. They don't really ask.
FSOB. Fastidious son of a bitch.
Right.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
But you get on with him, don't you?
Yeah, I have a lot of bother with my teeth.
Aren't you going for a coffee, you and him?
No. He wants to come and see me gig, though.
Oh, great. You'll love it. You should go.
Yeah, he's one of. I think he's just saying it.
How
though.
lovely would that be if he sat there as your dentist when you do one of your fashy smiles? Him just sat there going, "That's my work." That.
Yeah.
You see that smile he's just done to extend the laugh that he's getting out of the crowd.
I didn't go to the
That's my
dentist
work.
when I was a kid for years because the one I had, Dr. Sharp,
Do you want to go into this story?
he was a right swine.
What happened?
Oh, he
Hey,
was.
John, you don't have to say. It's all...
He used to scrape the plaque off your teeth and then
Yeah.
wipe it on your nose and go, "Oh, look, all that plaque on your teeth."
Wipe it on your nose.
Yeah. He's a right idiot. And I never understood all around his thing, and there was pictures that kids had drawn for him. Go, "Oh, look, I've drawn you a picture of a cloud." I hated him. If I'd have sent him anything in the post, it would have been excrement. He wouldn't have put that on his wall. Dr. Sharp, he was he was a horrible dentist. Really liked the pointy thing.
Yeah.
He really liked that. My current dentist doesn't see the use for it. He'll have a bit of a scrape, sure, but mainly he's just looking around for bother.
It's horrible.
But he used to love getting that thing jammed between my teeth and my gums, Dr. Sharp. Oh,
Those relationships you have, like my optician, I'm not a fan of her. It's really difficult when you're having because I've got contact lenses. When you're having your eyes fiddled with, the physical sensation of having someone else put their finger in your eye. It's so difficult. And she does this thing, right, where she puts a cotton bud underneath my eye and then kind of sort of pushes it so that my eyelid comes out. And
that looks funny, that.
And the cotton bud, I look like that thing out of Star Wars, but the cotton bud is stuck there. And you're sort of sat there going, and she's just checking to see how healthy your eye is. And after she did this about 5 times, and I sort of said eventually, because I was asking people, have you got contact lenses? Yeah, did she ever do that with your eyes? And I went back and I said, why do you do that? And she went, you've just got really fat eyelids. So she slammed me because I've got fat eyelids, and the only way she can lift them up is by jamming a cotton bud underneath. But let into a secret. Once she dropped one of the buds, put it in my pocket, slammed it in my ear later. Nice work. Right, let's have a song.
It's the 100% belter time.
This is.
Yeah.
Go on then, take it away.
This is a little bit of fun this week. Not a traditional song. It's a comedian singing a song. It's a little bit of Tom Lehrer. I'm sure people will enjoy it. I dedicate this week's belter to my mum and my nan, who share a birthday tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Excellent.
This is an activity you might like to enjoy tomorrow on your birthday.
Yeah, an activity is a lovely...
Good news from Swindon.
Oh, it's all happening in Swindon.
Well...
You see, I asked for that before, and you just went, "Oh, we don't know where it is." And I thought, well, fine, we'll find it later. I'll build it into a link. Now that's wasted.
I've just found it. I've just found it here.
You just pressed it apropos of nothing. That
Good news from Swindon.
Oh, it's all happening in Swindon.
It's all happening in Swindon.
Lynn Bowles on the traffic report on Radio 2 this week. She said that, and I wrote a little sketch about it that we were going to do earlier, but you couldn't find the thing, so now we're just talking about it. Dead air.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So what happened with this spider?
Oh, it's just a big one.
Oh, what had a rat to do with a spider?
It was just a big one, and I hadn't seen it. I went for a shower before bed last night because I get up early to come in for the show, 6 a.m, and I can't be bothered having a shower at that time of day.
Right.
So I have one before I got to bed. I'd done my shower, I got out, I was drying myself off. Dry yourself off in the bath, and then get out of the bath, and then all the hairs that come off, wash them away. Right.
Thanks.
And I was...
People aren't making notes. Thanks, John. Excellent. That's how I shower.
That's all right. Shampoo.
Yeah.
And then I look up at the light fitting. For some reason, I don't know why I did it. Something in me just said, look up the light fitting. Massive spider in the light fitting.
Watching you, perving on you.
And I says to him, what are you doing there? I can't squash you when you're on the light fitting.
Flip me.
Nor can I squirt it with water, because electrics. I said, you wait there, I'm going to go and get dressed. And I didn't want to get dressed, because I was going to sleep noddy, because I thought, well, I'll get dressed in the morning for the show. I don't want to...
Perv.
Right, so I just put some flip-flops on, because I thought, if it comes in and it falls off...
Hang on a minute.
And I'm barefoot, I'm going to have to move.
I thought flip-flops were only for the swimming pool.
Indoors, you can wear flip-flops on your own. I was completely naked except for flip-flops.
Wow.
I was not looking at my best, I'll be honest. And so I had my flip-flops on in case it fell on the floor, and I tried blowing it.
Hang on a minute, let me get this totally clear. You're wearing flip-flops, still dripping wet from your shower.
No, I've dried off.
You've dried, but you're wearing just flip-flops.
Just flip-flops.
Looking more like a German tourist than you've ever looked in your life. A spider's there, and you tried blowing it.
I wanted it to move off the light so I could get rid of it.
So you're blowing a spider naked wearing flip-flops.
Yeah.
Do you realise what would have happened if people had caught you doing that? How are you
Well, there's no
explaining
window
your-
in my bathroom. They can't see in.
How are you explaining it? What if I pop round? Just hey, I've got a key. I'll nip in.
You haven't got a key.
All right, hey, don't look at me like this. Why are you wearing flip-flops and blowing on a spider? He was looking at me when I was in the shower. Was he? Did you not try and hit it? No, I tried to talk him down.
For a start, no one has a key to my house except me. That's the beauty of living on your own. I can wear what I like when I like. If I want to just wear a Batman t-shirt and nothing else while I watch a film, I wear a Batman t-shirt and nothing else and eat an Easter egg, which I did this week. But then I expose myself.
What's wrong with you?
I keep my electric tooth.
Wait. I keep me electric. What are you doing? Why don't you just wear normal clothes?
Sometimes it's nice not to wear normal clothes.
Why are you doing that? Why do you think, I'll watch a film and I'll just wear a top?
Yeah. So
Why?
like, it doesn't happen like that.
But how does that improve
You just
the
put
film?
a top on and you think, I don't want...
I'm enjoying this. I'll take my socks off.
No.
Hey, why stop there? I'll take my pants off. Hey, I tell you what, these pants are a bind. Fling.
You can do that when you live on your own.
Yeah, but you
When you move into your flat on your own,
But
apart
you-
from the times your mum comes around twice a week to do your tidying for you and pick Rice Krispies out of your toast,
Yes.
you'll wear what you like.
But the thing is, I know you well enough to know that you don't do things spontaneously.
I'm not saying it was spontaneous.
Absolutely, and that's what's wonderful about it. You'd go, what shall we watch today? We'll watch Cape Fear. I like Cape Fear. And I shall wear just me Batman top with me knackers hanging out like a beast.
Well,
Troubled.
anyway, this
Troubled,
spider,
but I love you. So this spider, go on.
I blew it and it didn't move.
Yeah.
So then I had to go and get... What did I get? So I got a coat hanger and I was banging...
Oh my Christ, it gets worse. Are you still naked at this point?
Except for
I
my
should get a
flip-flops.
coat hanger. I should get a... Maybe put your pants on.
I went to go into my bathroom, my bedroom to get my electric toothbrush. I thought, kill two birds with one stone. Get the coat hanger for the spider and the lecky toothbrush for when
Yeah.
I brush my teeth.
Yeah.
Open my curtains to get my toothbrush. Expose myself to all the neighbours.
Yeah.
But never mind.
Yep.
I don't think they had the binoculars, so I don't think they saw anything.
And
Got
to
the
be
coat
honest,
hanger.
you're looking normal. You've only got an electric toothbrush in one hand, a
Well,
coat
of
hanger in
course.
the other, and look, there's a spider in my bathroom.
Yeah, and they couldn't see the flip-flops, so they just thought I was walking around my house naked.
Absolutely, which is fun.
Got my coat hanger,
Yep.
having a bit of bang on the light fitting, and he ran away, and he's run across the ceiling. Of course, my ceiling's Artex. I can't squash it because it's textured.
It goes on.
He goes down the wall. I says, don't you go behind my Optrex eye wash, because I'll not be able to squash you there, and I won't thank you for that. He goes behind the Optrex eye wash, doesn't he? Swine.
Good news from
tried.
Swindon.
Oh, it's all happening in Swindon.
It's all happening in Swindon. That was what's becoming a regular feature at John's
Yeah.
Adventures with Spiders.
I squashed it and put it in the toilet.
Did you?
Yeah.
Save it for best. Next week, John is going to hit a fly with his wang. Now, talking of... I was mocking you, let's be honest, for the idea...
You were mocking me.
that you parading around in your house wearing flip-flops with your tackle hanging out,
Yeah.
that was a bit silly, and that you selected films such as Anchorman whilst wearing just a sock and holding a candle.
It's not really hanging out if you're naked, is it? It's just on display. There's nothing for it to hang out of. I'm not fat, so it doesn't overhang. It hangs out of shorts. If I'm naked, it's just there.
Don't describe your bullfrog on Six Music, you son of a gun. But apparently loads of people do this. Andy in Glasgow says when you live on your own, you can do all sorts of mad things. I ate some lasagna whilst having a bath once. It was ace. That's fine. I've done that.
Oh, no, I don't eat in the bath.
Oh, yeah, I had toast in Edinburgh. That's when we first
Yeah,
lived
you
together.
did, yeah.
I went mentally, did.
I was going to, on the last day, because you were living with your friend Al,
Yes.
who got very angry at you for having toast. On the last day I stayed with you, I was going to leave and put an entire cooked breakfast in the bath and then leave and then pretend it was you.
He would have gone mad. Now, there's a lady here called Ava, who says, I always dress up as a Catwoman around the house. Russ, it's the norm. Get with the programme. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Is it?
Yeah?
What, you dress up as Catwoman?
Well, I've got
I pay
a cat's
absolute-
tail.
You're right, John. It's Mondays. It's cat days.
Meow, meow, Mondays.
Yeah, exactly. Someone else. When Ross talks like Johnny, sounds like Les Dennis's Mavis Riley. Oh, no, someone doesn't like it.
Right.
The only difference is Les Dennis was funny. Sweet Jesus.
Les Dennis.
Been slammed by someone who's a fan of Dennis. I've never heard of anyone who's a big fan of Les Dennis.
Every time I hear Les Dennis, I picture Vic Reeves on Smell of Reeves and Mortimer just going, Les Denis, the French fire engine. It's just stuck in my head.
I tell you what I saw the other day, that amazing bit in Reeves and Mortimer, the MasterChef sketch.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
is as funny as the F word from a child. What's going down in Swindon?
Well, burglary's gone down 43% since I moved there.
Really?
Making it the second safest place to live in the UK.
So you're saying that when you're around, no weird stuff ever happens?
Well, I'm not saying I am Batman, but it's a coincidence, isn't it?
So you're saying that sort of, you know, people behaving in an irregular fashion or behaving antisocially has gone down when you're there?
Yeah.
What,
yeah.
like this? Yeah, you weren't flagged for that, were you? I don't know if you've
Do you
ever...
want to tell the listeners what health and safety codes you just violated?
I don't know if you've ever thrown an entire bucket of celebrations at a friend that you love very much. It's a terrific feeling, especially when he's mouthing off about the fact that he brings crime down. I've just smashed him with chocolate.
You could have had my eye out then.
I would, yeah.
Oh, have you listened to Jon Richardson show? He's the blind DJ who lost his eye on a Milky Way, not even a proper one, a mini one.
That's a snap between
I can't
meals.
believe you've done that.
It's all right, mate.
They're
It's fine.
everywhere.
What else going down, Swindon?
Oh, you can shove it.
Oh,
Look at my mingles, all nice and in the box. Bendix of Mayfair, proper company. You bring in celebrations and fling them around.
Yeah.
Flinging your celebrations all over the shop.
Who's going to order? Who's ordering a mingle? We bring in treats for each other every week.
We bring in treats every week. I've brought in treats for the last 28 weeks, and you rock up with some celebrations and chuck them all over the floor, and suddenly you're part of the bringing in treats gang, are you?
Correct. And what have you got this week?
I've brought in apple turnovers in the past. I've brought in chocolate brownies.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make stuff and bring it in. This week, I saw the chocolate. I brought in...
That shop over the road are taking the mickey out of you. Every week you go in.
I didn't go in there today, did I?
All right. Well, you went in someplace and they've sold you a product called Mingles.
Yeah.
Who in there right, mate? It sounds like the kind of cheese you'd find in between feet. And they've just rolled chocolate around it. Do you want a mingle?
They're mint chocolates.
Just you like that weird...
You hurt me with them chocolates. Now I can feel a bruise coming up now.
You're like the weird kid at school who's got no mates walking around with an open box. Do you want to mingle? Can I be in your gang?
I've got an Edinburgh preview to do this evening.
And it'll go very well. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do this Thursday. Slick as hell, John. And what we're going to try and do is have a fun day out, me and John, so we can bring ourselves closer to each other. So you can text us 64046 or email Ross. Actually, you can't email. That's knackered. So
Yeah, the email's not working.
That's been working since Wednesday, John.
No, and did we get told?
No, we
Would it
didn't,
have
John.
mattered?
No, John.
No, 'cause
Actually,
you
no,
were
we-
in Spain.
We get loads of emails, though. It wouldn't matter today.
It wouldn't matter to you.
Oh, stop being like this, mate. This is why we need to do this fun thing on Thursday. Now, these are the suggestions we've had. Keep them coming on the text I mentioned. Now, what we can do, apparently, is Bryn has said, why don't we eat a dog? I'm not so sure that's a massively...
I wouldn't go for that.
We're both dog fans. Now, someone says, ew, why not try your hands at bell ringing?
Campanology.
Godstone in Surrey practice on a Thursday. Love to your mother's Ian. Fancy that, bell ringing? There was a bloke in our village called, I can't say his name, not allowed, but he always wore the same T-shirt that said, Ropley bell ringers do it appealingly, and then it's scrawled out appallingly.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've had a text in that says, Russell, why don't you and John hit each other in the balls with flip-flops on Thursday? Oh, no, you've already done that.
I did.
Funny that, wasn't it, when you're queuing up to get some water?
Sorry, it's just something about that noise of on someone's nuts. Incredible. Now, we've got some other ideas here. So, do you fancy that bell ringing? I'm not massively into it.
Do you know, people need to be aware that it needs to keep you interested for more than your 19-minute threshold. And you'll probably pull a bell once, then you'll want to pull all the bells, then you'll start saying it'd be funny if one of the old women fell over,
Let's
and
be
then
honest.
you'll want to go, and that'll be like 5 minutes.
What will happen is we'll arrive and we'll try and do as many puns around the word bell.
Yeah.
And, you know, oh, look, that's the bell end and such.
Yeah,
And
how
blah,
long
blah,
have you been pulling this?
Absolutely.
That
and,
sort of thing.
Oh, look, you hit my bell, that kind of stuff. So that'll be fun for 5 minutes, then I'll get bored. So I don't fancy that. I do fancy this, though. This is from Claire. Hi, Russell and John. Why don't you try skiing at Escape? That's in Milton Keynes. I went once. It was great fun. She said, let's do that. Let's go snowboarding.
No.
Why?
I've done snowboarding.
Why do you want to go...
On snow.
why do you want to go bell ringing?
You do it on carpet.
Yeah. Why don't we...
Bad enough breaking your ankles on snow, never mind breaking your ankles and then getting a carpet burning for the price as well.
What's so at the minute, bell ringing's ahead of skiing?
Yeah, because I've scad and I didn't enjoy it.
And now we're going to ball. Right, go to Birdwall to see Cocky the Cockatiel by Breen Down. It's quite depressing, but funny as hell. Love from Elaine. So we've got... apparently there's a bird there. It's not very well. We could go and kill it. Put it out of its misery.
Right.
Let's go.
I think, to be honest, if you turned up there, it's going to die within 5 minutes anyway.
Let's get one of them blowpipes.
What do you mean they don't eat licorice? Everyone eats licorice.
Thorpe Park. Go to Thorpe Park. This is from Ollie. You're thinking, no, it's predictable, but you'll have lots of fun. You could go swimming there. She's got me, or he's got me. Swimming?
No, not into swimming.
So at the minute we're going bell ringing. Find a fare, go on the bumper cars for several hours. When someone new and hard looking gets on, both of you target him until he breaks down. Joe and Thornton, I'm up for that.
That sounds like fun, but generally it's just kids, innit?
Well,
We get bored and
that's
just end up
pretty much-
attacking a kid.
Let's call that by a different name. Pick a fight with a Didacoy. This is a really weird one, this. I quite like the idea of this. I know. Why not go potholing dressed as poos? She wants us to dress up like feculents and go potholing.
Or Winnie the Poohs.
Oh, that might be it, yeah. See, I'm glad we chatted that through. I'll walk with that, mid. Just shoot her. I thought you were coming as Tigger. I've come as
What is that smell?
Yeah. Well, potholing, I quite fancy that. We could do that at Wookie Hole.
Right.
You up for that?
Yeah.
What are we doing thus far?
My problem is I just don't like doing stuff. Can
Well,
someone
that's
just
what we
text in and say, why don't you just stay in your home and get drunk?
No, that's not the point. Yeah, do you
And
want
get a pint of gin and tonic and just chill out. You've got a stressful week coming up.
Oh yeah, tell him the story. Listen to this, right? So this weirdo here, lovable as he is, he's tending to his garden. He's a 24-year-old man. He's tending to his garden. His neighbour comes out. She says, "What happened?"
She just came out for a chat. She'd got some laundry out and she's seen I'm out. She says, what are you up to? I says, I'm just rebedding me borders, actually, as it goes. She says, oh, how are you doing that? I says, well, I've done it wrong, to be honest. I've ripped all the weeds up and just put the compost over the top.
She probably says back to you,
I love it when you try and be slick. Go
trying
on,
to be
try and do
really
it again.
Good
We'll
news
edit-
from Swindon.
Oh, it's all happening in Swindon.
When we get a podcast, we can edit that sort of thing out.
That's fair point. So go on, tell the story
So
about...
she says, oh, what are you up to? We're having a chat. She says, oh, I moved here a couple of years ago. I says, I moved here to be nearer my sister and the grandkids. I says, fantastic. She says, I'm off up there for a cup of tea in a minute. I says, oh, yeah, that's lovely. She says, having a beer, are you? I says, I've already had a beer, to be honest. I've moved on to the gin and tonics now. And her face shifted. And she went, oh, okay then. And then you went back inside, and it was only then I realised that I was holding up a pint glass and I was drinking a pint of gin and tonic, and that does not look good.
And then she came back out dressed as a spider and went, go on, get your cock out. Right, here are the other ideas. We've got one. Hi, guys. I think you should... Oh, this is the winner.
Oh, yeah.
This is definitely the winner, right? Keep them coming, though, but at the minute, for
I
me,
don't like this.
is ahead of bell ringing. Text us 64046. What can we do? Hi, guys. I think you should go zorbing, right?
Oh.
To see John's face as he's careering down a hill...
Edit that out as well, you receiving a text message live on air. That'll be about football.
Hi guys, I think you should go zorbing. To see John's face as he's careering down a hill in an inflatable ball would be something to behold. Love to your mothers, Matt in Manchester. I'm up for that.
Now that sounds good.
Let's do that.
Is that where you just go in a massive ball and they push you down?
Yeah,
the hill?
yeah, like-
You're going to read the text on air as well, are you?
No, I'm not
It's
gonna
about
read.
football. I just received it, and
What?
I know that I received it, but it didn't make a noise because my phone's on silent.
Right, my phone's on silent. That would have been a very different song. Hey,
Yeah.
Rufus, mine's on silent, mate. Have some respect.
My phone's on. It's just off. Just leave me alone.
It's on flight mode. Hello, you listen to Overpowered. That was Roy Shoe Murphy. You listen to Six Music. We were just talking about the words you're not allowed to use on air. Now, another idea we've had, John. Someone says, Laura says, why not try surfing in Woolacombe and enjoy the Devon sunshine? You up for that?
You've been surfing?
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant fun. Not for you?
Nah.
So we're going zorbing at the minute. Right, here are the last ones.
Where does one zorb, though?
I don't know, John. I'd imagine there is a zorbing website that we can find. Just-
www.zorb.com.
Oh, yeah, we could
or as
get-
you would say, www.zorb.com.
I said www. Yeah, the extra W just seems wrong.
Yeah.
I don't like it. That girl, there's a girl called Charlie keeps texting in saying I say it like an old lady. It's a bit ageist. I think you should get matching toe rings and go to the Swindon Swimming Slide Centre. They recommend the Great Wide.
Is there a swimmers slide centre in Swindon?
It's not actually called that. It's called the Oasis. I've been
Oh,
there.
the Oasis.
Cracking slide. That's from Dowds.
What Oasis are named after?
Is that right?
Oasis, the band, are named after the Swindon Oasis.
Is that
Because they
right?
saw it on the poster of a band that they were supporting and thought it was a cool name for a band. This band were
Excellent.
playing the Swindon Oasis.
Look at you. Well, I was reading in Mojo.
It was in Mojo this week. You wouldn't know because you were reading about how to cope with period pains in Marie Claire.
I was. Apparently.
I wish I hadn't laughed. You were going to finish that and it would have been terrible.
Sam in Somerset says, Russ, take him to Longley. It's well good. And someone else has said...
Take him to Longley. This is an activity we're doing together. I'm not being taken along in a car.
Well, you're the grumpy one and he's cheering up. So I'm going to take
I'm
you there.
fine, mate.
You're not fine. You need help. So, someone here says, go to Deep Sea World in South Queensferry. Bit of a trek, but you get to see sharks and there is a tank that they let you play with the fish. Amazing. The last thing that John needs is to be allowed to play with fish.
Where's Queensferry?
You're not going anywhere near there, Troy McClure.
Oh, nice.
No, yeah, that's all right.
Sort of
I know
little
what I'm doing.
reference.
Yeah,
You
that's
do
all right.
like your cartoons, don't you?
I do. Right, so what are we doing? I say we zorb.
I think it needs zorbing. That's the one so far. But what if you're sick inside it on the way down, and then it's just you're just rattling down a hill, getting coated in your own sick?
Then I'm taking photos. How about we zorb, and then someone else has said, how about adjacent isolation tanks for the perfect day out? Let's zorb, and then
Oh, I
get
don't like that.
Oh, let's do that.
Is that where you just lock yourself in water and it's
Yeah.
all dark, and then I can hear you next door? I'm not doing that.
no
I'm not having any
way.
of that.
Absolutely not.
Oh, I don't know. Isolation. I have enough isolation in my life without having that as my activity.
How dare you?
What did you
That
do
is-
this week? Well, I'd been home alone all week, so I thought as a special activity I'd go and lock myself in a cage in water.
It's not a cage.
Or whatever it is.
It's
a box.
No, it's a tank. It's a comfy tank that looks like a
A
seashell.
comfy tank. That's
Yeah.
an oxymoron.
No,
It's like saying it's a spongy needle.
it's lovely.
It's hurting.
No, it's not. It's going to be
Have
nice.
you been in one?
No.
No.
But if
You
I-
wouldn't get in one.
Someone says naked gardening with me. Nice. They haven't put anything. They've just...
Sounds like a hoe.
Hang on a minute, lovely. Why are you accusing me? Why if we go to an isolation tank, do you assume I'd be the one that would beat myself off? It wouldn't be me. You'll
Of course
be the
it would.
No way, I'd think about it's lovely
Let's not
stuff.
have this as our last link of the show.
No, but that's just wrong of you.
It's been a lovely show.
It has, and it's your mum's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, hey, I tell you what, is there an isolation tank where we could both get in there? I mean, it's slightly...
That's not isolation, is it?
It'd be a right laugh.
That's a
wouldn't it?
sexual assault tank.
That
And
would
they
be
had
great.
to take those out of production.
Imagine that, that'd be great. Just you and me in there going, you all right, yeah. It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you allowed in there with other people?
No.
Probably not, no. Well,
No,
let's
I'm
do
not,
that.
I'm not going in a tank on my own.
Well, let's definitely... No, we're doing that. We're zorbing, because that's what you want to do. And then we'll...
How dare you? Turn. Well, we'll go and roll down a hill in a massive ball if you want to do it. I want to stay at home and get drunk.
We're not doing that. All right, well, let's stay home and get drunk and then go out zorbing and then go in an isolation tank.
Let's fill the zorbs with beer and you have to drink your way out.
Apparently you can do that. That's going to be good for you. It's like some spa in Prague. I was reading about it.
Drinking yourself to death.
No,
Text flying in.
What are they saying?
I drink pints of gin and tonic too, says Tracy in Aberdeen. Aberdeen, we've got to read this in a Scottish accent, haven't we? Can I drink pints of gin and tonic too, you know? Or vodka and coke, depending on what's in your cupboard. Saves you having to fill your glass continuously, so nothing at all wrong with that, John. Which brings me to my idea for your day together, you know? That turned into Mrs. Doubtfire for a minute then.
That's fine.
Get Russell to bring all the drink he has in his cupboards. He ain't got any, to be honest. Ribena, he's teetotal. I hate people who are happy without drink. It's cheating.
Hello.
Get all of the drinks out of John's cupboard, all the drinks out of Russell's
we
cupboard.
haven't got all day.
And experiment with pint glasses and ice.
No way.
That's just going to be pints of whiskey and Kiora, to be honest, isn't it?
Gin and Nesquik. The last thing we need is that.
Kiora, woogie woogie wug.
You racist! This is unbelievable.
Oh, well.
Come on, please. Now, what was that news story you had? We'll finish on that and then we'll have a tune.
The news story was about going to the doctors because I don't want to go to the dentist. Surgical Spirit, it's called. Men who hate seeing their doctor are being encouraged to have a checkup with the offer of a free beer.
Oh, I saw that.
GPs in Hurstpierpoint, West Sussex are going to prop up the bar at the White Horse Inn in an attempt to persuade men to be seen.
Oh, really?
That'll work for me, to be honest. Probably in the pub anyway.
Nice.
Cracking snack lifters this week.
What?
It's a local ale.
Snake lift?
Snack lifter. Oh,
I'll tell you what, I've said it before, I'll say it again.
Good
I
news from
tried.
Swindon.
Oh, it's all happening in Swindon.
right.
BBC Six Music.